Welcome friends. In this video, we shall study about the phenomenological approach to study of the society. In previous video, we saw positivism and phenomenology is nothing but it is a critique of positivism. So, we shall see what is a phenomenological approach and how it has opposed all the assumptions which were given by the positivism. Okay, phenomenological approach. Phenomenological approach to sociology has rejected many assumptions by the positivism. Means it is a critique of positivism. In last video we have shown ki what is a positivism. Positivism is nothing but a way of studying the society or seeing the or it is a perspective to see what is happening in the society. Means positivistic approach what they tell ki a member of the society is simply a passive reactor. He react to the stimulus of the society, and he doesn't have any choices. He thinks it is his duty. Whatever the society gives him, it is his duty, and he perform his duty what the society gives to him. That is a positivism. It means they have portrayed man as a passive reactor. He doesn't have any consciousness. His actions are guided by the society and not by his own choices. Means वो पॉजिटिविज्म जो है वो इंसान को ऐसे दिखाता है कि जैसे कि वो जो भी एक्शन कर रहा है सोसाइटी में वो सोसाइटी से गाइडेड होते हैं, ना कि वो अपने खुद के फ्री विल से होते हैं. जैसे कि वो बोलते हैं फॉर एग्जांपल कि लोग शादी क्यों करते हैं पॉजिटिविज्म वाले, कि लोगों को बच्चे चाहिए. लेकिन इस जो भी लोग शादी कर रहे हैं वो हो सकता है कि कुछ और भी रीज़न से शादी कर रहे हैं. जैसे कि कोई लोनलीनेस की वजह से शादी कर रहा है, या कोई लव में था इसीलिए वो शादी कर रहा है, या हो सकता है कि कुछ ऐसे भी लोग हैं कि वो शादी इसलिए कर रहे हैं क्योंकि वो दैट इज़ अ थिंग टू डू. उनकी एज वो हो गई है 25 to 30 एंड दे थिंक इट इज़ नाउ राइट टाइम टू डू सो. So they positivistic approach they think कि why people marry to have offspring. But ये हो भी नहीं सकता कि कुछ और भी रीजंस हो सकते हैं मैरी करने के, जैसे कि लोनलीनेस, लव, जो कि वो कंसीडर नहीं करते. व्हाई? बिकॉज दे आर नॉन क्वांटिफाइबल. दे दे आर नॉट वेरी पर्सन टू पर्सन. बट बच्चे होना, इट इज़ अ क्वांटिफाइबल. यू कैन मेजर इन द सोसाइटी, दैट इज इजीली मेजरेबल. बिकॉज अगर कोई शादी करता है तो ऑब्वियसली उसको बच्चे होते ही है, विच इज डायरेक्टली मेजरेबल. सो पॉजिटिविज्म इज नथिंग बट they are more focused what is directly observable in the society and ignore those which is not directly observable in the society, like meanings, feelings, motives. These are not directly measurable, so they reject. Who? Positivists reject. So in this sense positivism has portrayed man as a passive reactor, and phenomenological approach is nothing but it is opposing in opposition to positivism. Let's see today what it is. Huh? Their main basis of rejection is that subject matter of the social science and natural science is different. Okay, what is the subject matter of natural science? Atoms, molecules, they are non-living things, whereas subject matter of social science is man, and man is having consciousness. Okay, so this is the main basis of rejection. Why phenomenological is opposing the positivistic approach? Because man is having consciousness. So same methods which natural scientists are applying for the study of matters and all cannot be applied to man while studying the society. So this is their main basis of rejection. What is that? Their main basis of rejection is that subject matter of social science and natural science is fundamentally different. On the basis of these methods and assumption, natural sciences are inappropriate for study of man. Who are thinking this? Phenomenological people. Okay, what is phenomenology? It is a critique of positivism. And on what basis they are doing? Key subject matter of natural science and mm, natural science is different, and social science is different. Man has consciousness. Okay, so whatever action he will do, uh, 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 as per the stimulus in the society, it will be not simply guided by the society, but he will has his own choices, and he will attach meanings to his actions. He is not a passive reactor according to them. Why? Because he is having consciousness. Okay, I hope you have understand. Okay, the natural science deals with matter, which is a non-living thing. They do not possess consciousness. Do not possess consciousness? Atoms, molecules. Okay, they do not possess consciousness. They do not possess the meaning and purposes. Okay, which directs their behavior. Atoms and molecules does not have meanings to their action, or they don't have purpose when they behave. Okay, matter simply unconsciously react. How matter react? Unconsciously. But man as a member of society cannot react unconsciously. Okay, as a result, natural science is able to measure and impose external logic on the behavior. Okay, as a result, natural scientist is able to measure and impose external logic on the behavior in order to explain it. Who? Natural sciences. Since matter is not having any consciousness, so they can put some external logic and explain the behavior, why matter is reacting in the certain way. He is no need to explore the internal logic of consciousness, since the matter doesn't have any consciousness, because simply it doesn't exist. That consciousness doesn't exist in what you say, matter, like atoms and molecules. But man has feelings. What is there? Man is having feelings. His consciousness, thoughts and intentions and awareness of being, because his actions are meaningful. He defines situation and give meanings to his action, and therefore of those of. What is man? He is a conscious being, and he is having the awareness that he exists. So his actions are meaningful, and he defines the situation कि कौन से situation में कैसे react करना है, कि he defines the situation, he gives meaning to his action and also those of others. Okay, in this way man is having consciousness. Example, early man when he discovered fire. Okay, how he gave meaning to his actions? He used it for cooking, heating his dwellings, use it as a defense against the animals. Okay, so he, when he discovered the fire, he simply doesn't has not reacted it uniformly. He has given different meaning to it. What meanings he has given? He has used it for cooking, he has used it for heating, he has used it for difference. In different situations he has used it uh, as difference, means in different situation he has used the fire for different purpose. Understand? जब मानव ने पहली बार आग देखा तो उन्होंने यूनिफॉर्मली नहीं उसके तरफ रिएक्ट करा, उसको एक जैसे नहीं रिएक्ट करा। कुछ लोग कुछ हर एक सिचुएशन में उसका अलग अलग उपयोग किया है, जैसे कि कुकिंग के लिए किया है, हीटिंग के लिए किया है उस जहाँ पे वो रहते हैं, या डिफेंस के लिए किया है अगेंस्ट वाइल्ड एनिमल्स. सो action stem from the subjective meaning. Okay, so if actions stem from subjective meaning, obviously the sociologist must discover these meanings in order to understand action. So what is the phenomenological approach to study of the society? That action is not means what you say, unconscious behavior. It is a conscious behavior. And how it is conscious behavior? It is having subjective meaning. वो जो actor है, मतलब as a member of society, he is having his own subjectivity कि how he will feel, and basis on this he will react. So sociologist must discover these meanings and in order to understand the action. Phenomenology's for positivist approach is different from this. Okay, they have rejected the meanings altogether, whereas phenomenological approach, what it is telling, actions stem from subjective meanings, and therefore it is the job of sociologists to discover the meanings and in order to understand the action. You understand what I am telling? Okay, the first person who has given means made what you say, has done more work in this field of phenomenological approach is मैक्स वेबर. और इसका आपके जो व्हाट यू से सिलेबस जो है, इसमें भी वहाँ पे मेंशन है सोशल एक्शन. ओके, तो सोशल एक्शन करके वो मेंशन है, तो ये फर्स्ट सोशियोलॉजिस्ट है कि जिन्होंने इस पर्सपेक्टिव पे ज़्यादा काम किया है. Okay, he was the first sociologist to outline the perspective of social action. He argued that the sociological explanation of the action should begin with observation of the theoretical interpretation of the subjective state of mind of actor. So, according to Weber, what is the job of sociology? To understand and interpret it, to understand and interpret the subjective state of the mind of actor, कि वो क्या सोच रहे हैं और उन्होंने क्या सोच के वो एक्शन किया. That should be the job of sociologist, according to whom? According to Max Weber. Okay, फिनोमोलॉजी इज ऑल्सो नोन एज इंटरप्रिटेटिव सोशियोलॉजी. सो अगर आपको मेंस में ऐसा आंसर क्वेश्चन दिया कि फिनोमोलॉजी इज अ इंटरप्रिटेटिव सोशियोलॉजी, एक्सप्लेन, तो आपको पता होना चाहिए कि वो किस एंगल से बात कर रहे हैं, कि इंटरप्रिटेटिव सोशियोलॉजी और फिनोमोलॉजी एक ही है. समझ गए? बिकॉज इट एम्फेसाइजेस इंसाइट एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग. Okay, what is insight and understanding? To understand the action, social action devised by the member. It is the job of um, a sociologist, according to whom? Phenomenological approach. What they tell, ki it is the job of sociologists to understand what actions the member of the society is doing, and on what subjective motive is there of the member while doing that action. So subjective what you say, motives or subjective meanings which the actor has given to their actions, that is the sole core of sociologist to understand कि वो अगर कोई भी मेंबर ऑफ सोसाइटी है, उसने वो एक्शन किया है, तो it is not the job to study that action but to study the meaning, कि what meaning they have given to their action. Okay, to interpret that meaning, that is the job of sociologist according to this phenomenological approach. Since it is not possible to get inside the head of actors, the discovery of meaning must be based on interpretation. Obviously, means if you go and if some criminal has done shoot some person, okay, so we cannot get inside of the head of that criminal, and he can say lie also to police that he has done he has killed that person because he was having this grudge, but he can hide his real motive also or not. Yes, for example, I'm giving this example, he can hide his real motive also. So it is not possible to get inside ki exactly what was the motive why he commit that action. For example, we have taken of the criminal, but one thing we can do, we can interpret it, and we can try to give means what you say, not exact, but at least try to interpret his action, ki what can be the meaning and why he has taken or means such action, or why he has did that action. Okay, so we cannot get inside the head of the actor, and the discovery of meaning must be based on interpretation only. So phenomenology is nothing but interpretative sociology. Okay, and here is the comparison between the positivism and phenomenology. A number of sociologists believe that the positivist approach has produced the distorted picture of the social life. And why? Because they portray man as a passive responder to external stimuli rather than active creator of his own society. Yes, because positivism has rejected the meanings which the actors give to their social action, because for them, even if they exist, they cannot, they should not be studied by the sociologist. Why? Because they vary from person to person, and and secondly, they are not quantifiable. So we should not focus on the meaning, because then we can be diverted from the real cause according to them, because they want to create the objective science of the sociology. Okay, they want to create the objective science, who positivistic. So they have rejected the meanings. Okay, and simply what are they believe, ki people are respond in conformity to the society, what society says. they think कि people do not marry by their will, कि लोग शादी इसलिए नहीं करते कि वो शादी करना चाहते, बिकॉज सोसाइटी वांट्स देम टू मैरी। लोग शादी इसीलिए करते हैं कि सोसाइटी प्रेशर करती है कि आप शादी करो। एंड व्हाई सोसाइटी पुट प्रेशर? बिकॉज सोसाइटी वांट्स ऑफस्प्रिंग, और वो ऑफस्प्रिंग कब आएंगे? जब लोग शादी करेंगे। एंड इन दिस वे सोशल सोसाइटी गेट्स द मेंबर्स, एंड सोसाइटी एंश्योर्स इट्स what you say, survival. Okay, if people don't marry, no childrens, and then what will happen? Society will collapse. So if we take classical example of marriage, here what positivistic approach is telling ki they, man is a passive reactor. Okay, what is man? Man is a passive reactor. Why he marries? Because society wants him to marry. But if you ask some persons, they can tell you this is false also, because some can tell you they married because they were in love. Some can say they were feeling very lonely in their life, so they took a life partner. Okay, some still say कि they married because means they thought कि it was the right thing to do at that time. Okay, so number of meanings the social actor is attaching to their what you say action is varying, and this meaning which the actor is attaching to their action is nothing but phenomenology. And here in phenomenology, man is seen as conscious reactor, okay, to the external stimuli, and thus he is the creator of his own social reality. Okay, so man is creator of his own social reality in case of phenomenological approach, and man is seen as a passive reactor in case of positivism. Huh? So man is not an active creator of his own society. Okay, society instills value, norms, and roles. Okay, according to positivist approach, what what society does? Society enforces values, norms, and roles to whom? To the members of society. And society members, what they do, they think it is their duty and response to it like a puppet on string. Okay, so what positivistic approach there says ki society instills the values and norms and roles on the members of society, and what members of society do, they simply take it as it that it is their willful duty to respond to it, and it is just like a puppet on string. Who is portraying man as a puppet on string? It is a positivistic approach to study the society. Whereas if you compare to phenomenological approach, what is man? Man is not a puppet, he is having his own free will, and thus he act on his own, and he has choices. And what are those choices? He can react, he can react, he can choose to react, and he can not choose to react also. Okay, so his action is his own will, he choose to react or he not choose to react. Okay, so friends, I hope you have understand this positivistic and phenomenological perspective. Okay, in last lecture, we have seen all this key positivism. Okay, so in this unit 2, we have done all this whole area, we have done positivism and its critic. Okay, and we will do complete entire unit 2 of sociology as a science, step by step. Okay, so my what you say My request to you it is कि if you like the content, please comment, you give the like and also share. I am going to cover entire sociology and quality content और सिंपल भाषा में आपको सोशियोलॉजी समझाऊंगा। जो भी नीडी पर्सन है कि वो मीन्स फैंसी कोचिंग्स नहीं लगा सकते, 40,000 60,000 अपने कोचिंग्स में नहीं दे सकते, यू आर रिक्वेस्टेड टू प्लीज ज्वाइन, इट इज़ अ फ्री फाउंडेशन कोर्स। आप ये फ्री मीन्स knowledge लीजिए और you add your own knowledge to this and understand, make your concept as good as कि whenever exam is there you should not feel what you say, mm, anxious or thing, it should be like कि आपको कंसेप्ट पता है और मीन्स रट्टा करने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं, अपनी अपनी भाषा में आंसर लिखेंगे। अंडरस्टैंड? इफ़ यू लाइक, प्लीज़ शेयर, like and subscribe. Thank you.